Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Let's just do a relaxing back massage today. We're heading from spring slowly into summer. Here in the UK we've been told we're going to get a lovely warm week. So let's do a nice back massage that just refreshes you, wakens you up, loosens off your muscles and just relax and enjoy the change of season. So I've got a nice light massage oil. I've chosen one that's got some light citrusy elements and some woody aromatherapy oils in it because I'm looking for some freshness. We are heading, as I say, into change of season. Everything's getting brighter and lighter. When we hear in the UK that we're going to be getting a heat wave, we get all excited. So if you feel that way, sometimes what you want to do is have a nice little back massage to boost your circulation, improve the texture and tone of the skin, loosen those muscles, boost the lymphatic drainage. Of course, there's lots of reasons why we have a back massage, but you can also have a massage to improve the appearance. So if you are preparing for a holiday or because you know you're going to be wearing lighter clothing, t-shirts, things like that, then you can also use your massage for those purposes, because even if you don't use things like an exfoliator, you may know or you may not know that performing a massage and using your chosen massage medium mixed with the movements that you do actually does perform a very gentle exfoliation of the skin. So it's not to the same level as a deep exfoliation, but you are actually helping that. So that's why quite often after a massage, not only do you notice that the skin looks brighter and looks fresher because you've boosted the circulation and boosted lymphatic drainage, but you have also aided some of that cell turnover, the cell rejuvenation and the desquamation, if you like, the removal of the dead skin cells. So today's massage is very much about prepping for that change of season, prepping for the better weather. Does anyone have a massage or do anything like that to look after themselves before they go on holiday? I'd like to know. I know a lot of people have a massage when they're on holiday, and quite often because it's hotels or it might be cruise liners or it might be areas again where this is a holiday destination, sometimes the prices can be off the scale. So I would like to know what the prices are of any massages that you've had when you've been on holiday. Who had the most expensive massage? And I'm doing some effleurage just now, and we'll just continue doing that effleurage. We'll work a little bit in the neck too. We'll loosen off that neck because if you're getting ready for the nice weather, you want to make sure that your shoulders are looking good, you're feeling nice and loose. Would it surprise you to know that I have never had a back massage or any massage on holiday? I always wanted to, but then either things get in the way or I see the price and I think, no chance. And I think the reason why I think no chance is because I know that if the roles were reversed, I could do it on myself and it wouldn't cost me anything, so I don't want to pay that price. And I'm not talking about a massage that's something really different. I'm talking about maybe like a basic massage, maybe like a basic Swedish or an aromatherapy, and it's so expensive that I think, oh no, I could do that myself, but I can't obviously. But hot stones is another one that is insanely expensive when I went away and priced it up. Absolutely crazy. I heard a funny story once. Somebody told me that, I don't know if it was a family member or a friend, and they were on a cruise. And you know that quite a lot of the things on a cruise are included in the price that you pay, depending on what you get. So sometimes your drinks and snacks are included, or coffees. And they had a treatment menu sent to their room. So all these lovely treatments, and every day they said, I'm going to treat myself to something in the salon every day. So they treated themselves, and they thought it was part of the cruise. They thought it was all inclusive, and it wasn't. And at the end of their holiday, they got this insane bill to their room, because you're talking about easily over $100 for every treatment. So if you times that by the 2 weeks, that is crazy. So they learned the hard way that it was not included. But a lot of the time, you would get a little bill at the end of the night anyway, but obviously they must have opted to have the bill at the end of the holiday, so they got a lovely surprise. I just hope that those massages and all those treatments were worth it. So yeah, let me know the most expensive one you've either had or you've read when you've seen the prices when you've been on holiday. So this is an extremely gentle massage because it's really just about relaxing in preparation for that hot sunny weather. You can tell I'm excited about it. If you live in a hot climate, you probably think, right, okay, calm down. But you don't understand, this is the UK, this is exciting. It's not even going to get that hot. And I'm still looking forward to this weather. So you'll need to check in with me and find out if it did actually appear or if this heat wave didn't happen. So very gentle loosen off of those shoulders. Loosen off of the neck. If you were thinking about putting on some fake tan before going on holiday or warmer weather, then by all means you can have your massage, but make sure that you have a bath or a shower so that there's no oily residue before you apply your tan, because you'll probably know what happens if there's any oily residue. A fake tan will streak. So yes, you can have the massage, but you must make sure that there's any hint at all of oil left on the skin, or that tan will not work. And if you're using an oil like an aromatherapy oil where you want to feel the benefits, they always say about 8 hours to get the full benefits, then you might want to have your massage the day before, so that you make sure that you're not spoiling your step-by-step preparation for whether you're going on holiday or just getting your body ready for the lighter clothing, lots of different reasons. So just doing a lovely relaxation. It's mostly gentle stretching movements, gentle effleurage movements. I'm almost sending myself to sleep here at the moment. I'd also love to know, has anyone had a massage in an unusual location? So obviously on holiday you might have the beach, or sometimes you get these twin massages where you're side by side. If you got that done, who was it with and where were you? Have you had a massage maybe somewhere very glamorous, exotic, unusual, or even just funny? Like, did someone set up, maybe they were working freelance and they had to set up in a really awkward place, and you had a brilliant massage, but it was in such an unusual location? Obviously for me, when I was freelancing, hotels quite a lot, houses, so it just maybe be their living room, or if it was a big kitchen, sometimes if it just wasn't suitable to be anywhere else, maybe different rooms in the house. So nowhere that I can think of that was really bizarre, unless I've wiped it from my memory. But when you're freelance, you basically have to set up wherever they want you to set up. But then, of course, if there's a health and safety issue, you have to say, here's the reason why we can't set up there. But if it is safe to do so, then you just set up where the client would like you to set up. And I think for the most part, the one issue is space. Quite often, if you are setting up somewhere where there's items of furniture or it's a small room, the major issue can be space. But if you work in a salon and there's different sized rooms, then that can also be a problem with space. I've been for massages before where the treatment room has been so small that the bed has been pushed against the wall and they can only use one side of the bed, so you have to just adapt. So just continuing on. Lovely, gentle stretching. This is about as gentle as it gets. But it feels good. It's just giving all the muscles and the tissues a little bit of warmth, a little bit of movement, and a stretch. Sometimes that's just all you need. And then the other thing is, we've spoken about this before, but again, if you're freelancing, there can be complications. Again, it's different in every country, but if you take your own music, you have to follow licensing rules, PRS, things like that. But if you are in someone else's location, then that's their location, so they can put on whatever music they want. And have you ever had a massage and you've chosen the music and it's been a bit out there? Or have you had a massage and the music has been either made you giggle because it's just been bizarre, or sometimes, again, people like the classical chill out music, or as you call it, sometimes it can be like the whale noises. Some people like that and they find it relaxing, other people it sends them crazy. Have you had a massage and requested just whatever's in the chart? I don't mind at all. If you like something that's very specific, I've had someone just use their Spotify and it's just been a mix, and it was really funny because in the middle of the mix, because there are children in the family, it would go from what was obviously their music straight into a nursery rhyme, The Wheels on the Bus. And if you've ever done a massage to The Wheels on the Bus, it is very funny, but we were laughing about it, so it wasn't embarrassing, it was just funny. But also on the Spotify mix, they had some versions of some songs that were a little bit fruitier. So again, you were just giggling because once or twice one of the songs was extremely sweary. And because you knew the person and it was their Spotify, it was absolutely fine, but it was quite funny. So again, has that happened to you, or have you experienced that? Because I don't mind if they pick their own music, but I suppose that can be one of the things that can come up. But again, as long as the person, it's their music, they don't mind. It's funny, they're getting the massage, they're relaxing. Don't need to be so serious that it's upsetting. Those memories make me laugh. So I'd love to know if anything like that's happened to you, or if you've picked your own music and then been like, oops. Or maybe you thought, that was brilliant, that was the kind of music I wanted. I wanted a heavy metal massage. So because today is just gentle and just stretching and warming and soothing, that's really it. This is as basic as it gets, but basic can be good and basic can be effective. And just remember, we're always avoiding that spine. Just warming everything up. And you know what's also underrated but feels great? Just random stroking, just soothing those nerve endings. Underrated as a movement, but incredibly, incredibly relaxing. Here's another question. I'm full of questions today. Has anyone been on an aeroplane where they've had a massage too? Because that's something I've never done, but I know there's certain situations where you can have a massage on the plane. So has anyone ever done that? Because I always wonder if you're actually the therapist on the plane, if you get tired or if your energy goes, or how non-stop it is. Because depending on the situation and the scenario, it can be relentless. So the people getting the massages can be loving it, but for you, it's non-stop. But likewise, it might feel different in the air because altitude, and everything behaves a little bit differently at altitude. So that's interesting for me too. Be good to know if anyone's got any experiences of that. I saw a documentary recently and it was holidaying in the 1970s, and they were talking about how it was when commercial flying really started to take off just for the general public in the 70s and became much more affordable. And it's true what we all suspected. There was more space. The seats were a good few inches wider. The leg space, I think they said there was 6 inches more leg space. And they definitely didn't have as much space in the overhead lockers. They've gotten bigger. But they were basically saying that they have squashed us in now. And there is less room. So if anyone's had a more luxurious flight and they've actually had any form of treatment, I'd love to know. And then let's just finish off as we started. We'll do a little bit again just to finish on the neck. So yes, I am full of questions for you. I'm excited for the warmth and I want to know all your massage Q&A questions. Let's find out who had the most expensive massage, where you had it, when, what location, and we'll see who the winner is of the most extravagant, luxurious massage. So there you go, very, very simple, but sometimes simple is best. You're just stretching, warming, loosening and relaxing, that is it. Preparing yourself for the warmer weather, preparing for the change of season. If you were choosing to do additional treatments, if you were choosing to do some false tan, maybe have a nice massage the day before, because it just helps prep the skin, helps relax you. Or maybe if you're travelling, have your massage the day before just to get yourself ready for all the chaos before you can relax when you arrive at your destination. And that's us. So I have got lots of questions for you. So I look forward to hearing all your responses. Have a great day and I'll see you again soon.